Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Lil Trey. I'm back with another video. And today, y'all gonna be hearing some lot of ranting. Because I got a lot of shit to say. Especially for the Nets and Celtics game. But let's start off with the Sixers and the Raptors. What a great game. Especially for Joel Embiid, who absolutely dominated the Raptors. And got revenge from 3 years ago from that Kawhi Leonard game winner. Hit a clutch 3 to put the Sixers up by 3. And go up 3 games to nothing. So Philly, they're looking like legit contenders right now. And Joel Embiid is proving why he should win the MVP. It's not just Giannis. You got Joel Embiid who's going to win it too. So Embiid, in great performance. James Harden and Tyrese Maxey also contributed. Tobias Harris played good defense on Pascal Siakam, who played like shit today. The spinning blade himself. Like, come on. Pascal Siakam is not a number 1. And we've been saying this shit for 3 years. He is not a number 1 option. He is a number 2. Number 2. And good he's a number 2. But he ain't no number 1. We seen that in 2020. He's picking where he left off in 2020. Playing like ass. Just doing a lot of careless moves. That is just too simple to figure out. This man is just going up with stupid shots. Just doing some moves that really people ain't even falling for. None of those players are falling for that dumbass spin move. They're not. And Fred VanVleet, your ass ain't off the hook neither. Because you had just an abysmal game. But Pascal Siakam, 6 of 16, unacceptable. And that man was missing a lot of wide open ass mid-range shots. Who he think he is? Who the fuck do he think he is? So, I don't even got the Raptors winning this series anyways. So, Sixers in a sweep. I'm saying, this shit could end in a sweep, to be honest. So 6ers and 4, because they're looking like legit contenders. And see if they can keep this up where they move on to the second round of plays, potentially the Miami Heat. So great performance by Philly, disgusting performance by the Raptors, who blew a big lead heading into the second half. And they just choked it away. Like how they did in the past. And they did it again. So yeah, Philly in 4. Hell, even if Toronto sneaks a game, they're still going to lose in 5. You got to go back to Philadelphia, where that crowd's going to be hostile. So yeah, Sixers in 4 or 5. But could end in sweep. I don't know. Toronto could steal a game. But right now, it looks like they won't. So yeah, shout out to the Sixers and just a poor performance by the Raptors in the second half. Just straight up abysmal. But let's move on to the next game. And that was the Bulls and the Bucks. What a game. And that man DeMar Derozan turned into Michael motherfucking Jordan today. That man could not miss. That man was hitting a lot of difficult shots. Jordan-esque right there. That man was even hitting shots on Giannis. 2 pull-up mid-range shots on Giannis. And one of those that were a 3. And he hit a clutch layup on Giannis, which literally sealed the game. So shout out to DeRozan for that. Other players stepped up for the Bulls too. Vucevic stepped up with 24. Levine stepped up with 20. And Alex Caruso, man, talk about hustle. That man was just moving all around the court. Big play after big play after big play. That man was just hustling out there. And he also had 10 assists too. Just diming up niggas. And then he had that one critical offensive rebound that potentially won them the game. And he found DeRozan cutting to the basket for that layup on Giannis. So shout out to Caruso for that. And Patrick Williams, he was money in the mid-range. And when we called on the baby Kawhi, he kind of looked like that, as he could not miss neither. As that man was just shooting from everywhere. And Caruso was diming that man up. So shout out to both those players. But for the Bucks' side, Giannis, he had a great game. 33 points on 55% shooting from the field. But Jrue Holiday, man, disgusting performance. Chris Middleton, he started off good before he got hurt. And there's reports said that Chris Middleton might be out for 3 to 4 weeks with a sprained MCL. Yeah, a big loss for the Milwaukee Bucks, especially for Chris Middleton. Middleton can be inconsistent at times, but some games Middleton do be stepping up in big games. Unlike Jrue Holiday, who played like shit yet again. Man was smoking a lot of open shots. He even smoked that one layup that killed their momentum. I know y'all know which play I'm talking about too. That man just smoked it. And he had costly ass turnovers. I remember that one turnover he tried to throw to, I believe, Wesley Matthews, and he just threw it out of bounds. Like, bro, the fans are not playing. Why you just threw it out of bounds? And y'all losing too. And it's a crucial moment. Just a poor performance by Jrue Holiday. And this is not something new. We seen it last year in the series against the Nets where he just straight up abysmal. Man shot like, some games shot like 5 of 22. Just unacceptable performances by Jrue Holiday. And sure, he's going defense. He's a great defender. But on offense, he can be so inconsistent. Some games he be looking like a top 5 point guard. But the next game, he looks like, Johnny Flynn. That man looks like Johnny Flynn in disguise. Just poor performances by Jrue Holiday. Man's looking like Eric Bledsoe. My fault. Playoff Eric Bledsoe. That's who Jrue Holiday looks like in most of these playoff games. Eric Bledsoe in disguise. That man chucks up a lot of stupid ass threes and he still doesn't learn his lesson. Like Jrue Holiday, you need to step up because with Chris Middleton out for potentially the rest of the series and for some games in the second round, if y'all can make it, Jrue, you need to be that second guy just like how you was in 2018 alongside Anthony Davis. Out playing and clamping Damian Lillard and sweeping him. Dropping 41 points in the closeout game. Alongside Anthony Davis who had 47 points. So Jrue Holiday, you need to be looking like that guy. Stepping up as the second guy to Giannis. Not shooting like Eric Bledsoe while Giannis is doing all the work. And I don't want to hear shit about Giannis getting all the blame. I don't want to hear shit about Giannis' ring being a fluke. I don't want to hear that. Put some blame on Jrue Holiday. Because he's playing like straight garbage. So Jrue, you better get this shit together. Because if y'all don't, y'all could potentially lose this series. So Jrue, you need to play better. And Bobby Portis also went out with an injury too. And Brook Lopez, shout out to Brook Lopez. He's been stepping up in this series. Playing better than Drew's bum ass. So, Jrue, I know you're capable of doing better. You need to get this together. And last but not motherfucking least, the Nets and the Celtics. Let me start off with the Celtics first. I'm going to get to the Nets last. Celtics, great performance. Great comeback. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Tatum didn't play his best, but he did hit some big shots. And Jaylen Brown in the fourth quarter was unguardable. Like, that man could not be stopped. Like, that man looked like a poor KD. He looked like the real number 7 out there. That man was clamping KD shit. And if I had my computer out right now, I'd be putting on Akon right now. He had KD on locks, it looked like. Because Kevin Durant, awful performance. Disgusting. Pitiful. 4 of 17 shooting. Now I don't want to hear shit about his 27 points. He had 6 turnovers. Matter of fact, let me pull up the numbers right now. Throughout the whole series. In the 2 games, Kevin Durant's averaging 25 points, but he's doing it on 32% shooting from the field, 29% from 3, and he's turning the ball over 6 times a game. That man is just playing careless basketball. Careless. You're not looking like KD that we know. You look like Thunderstruck KD. Y'all know which movie I'm talking about, where he swapped that talent with that kid. That's what KD's starting to look like. And it looks like he is starting to look like that. thunderstruck KD. Just playing like absolute dog shit. Pitiful performance by Kevin Durant. And I know KD could do better than that. The Celtics had that man on clamps. They had that man in a jail cell. Now I know KD can do better than that. And if he's arguably the most unguardable player in NBA history, one of the greatest scorers of all time, in my personal opinion, he should be able to get his buckets and have at least a decent series. He's having a horrible series. Horrible. And Kyrie, you're not off the hook neither, buddy, but I'm going to get to you later. Just a pitiful performance by Kevin Durant. We just keep making excuses for Kevin Durant. And I'm looking on Twitter right now, I barely see people blaming KD. But if it was LeBron, if it was Steph, if it was Giannis, especially Giannis, people give Giannis a lot of shit. Especially for that Raptors series. It was all Giannis' fault. But not enough people call out Chris Middleton for playing like shit in that series. Eric Bledsoe looking like a fucking guy that shouldn't be in the league right now. Coach Bud not being able to make adjustments. And sure, Giannis folded. He missed critical free throws. But was this all his fault? No. It's the team. It's the whole team. I'm not saying Giannis is inexcusable. But the team didn't show up neither. Chris Middleton didn't show up. Bledsoe obviously didn't show up. Hell, even some of the role players didn't step up. But if it was Giannis, y'all be all on that nigga's ass. But if it was KD, y'all just gonna give him all the excuses. Talk about, oh, KD was tired. Yeah, he wasn't tired right now. Is he? Just like we gonna excuse him for going 0-6 in overtime. Sure, he was fatigued, but is he fatigued right now? Is he still fatigued? Is he still tired? No. The guy's playing like crap. I don't want to hear shit about the Celtics being a good defensive team. And y'all want to say, oh, if Ben Simmons come back, it's going to be trouble. Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons? Ben motherfucking Simmons? The guy that cost him a series against a 5th-seeded Atlanta Hawks team? Imagine what he's going to do with the Celtics. Shit. Nothing. Talk about if Ben Simmons comes back. But guess what? The Celtics don't got Robert Williams. He's arguably their best defender on the team. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. So KD, you need to play better. And Kyrie, you ain't off the hook. Kyrie, you my favorite player. But what a pitiful performance. 10 points, I believe, on 4 of 13 shooting. Unacceptable. And Kyrie, you keep letting the fans get to you. You're the same guy that was like, I plan on re-signing here next year. Fooled him. Then you go in the playoffs and play like shit. And got absolutely dismantled by the Bucks in the last 4 games. And then went to the press conference and be like, oh, I should have took at least 30 shots. You're the same guy that said that. So Kyrie, you need to get this shit together too. But at least you play good in the game. Kevin Durant played like ass in both games. But Kyrie, you're still not excusable for your performance last night. So Kyrie, and Kyrie, y'all both need to get y'all shit together. Because if y'all don't, y'all are going to get SWEPT. Swept. I'm going to say that shit again. Swept. So y'all better get this shit fixed. Or y'all could potentially lose in a gentleman's sweep. 5 games. Because if y'all lose in 4 or 5 games, whew, talk about a disappointing ass team. And people gonna look like, no wonder why James Harden left. And it's starting to look like that right now. So the Nets, they better fix this shit. And Steve Nash, you better start making these fucking adjustments. If y'all don't, y'all gonna go out real fucking sad. So Nets, get y'all shit together. But this your boy Lil Trady signing out. Leave a comment section down below. I'm out. Peace.